Hi everyone and welcome back to the Leeds Career Mode, FIFA 22, Season 3, about to get underway. Obviously, it's going to be great fun. I'm still a little bit sick, so I'm probably going to sound like I'm dying throughout most of the video. But it is what it is. If we head over to our transfer hub, I can show you guys some of the players we have listed that we're thinking of signing. So obviously, winger was a position that I wanted to upgrade. I've shortlisted a bunch of players. I've also listed Fabianski as a backup keeper because our second highest rated goalkeeper is like 66 rated, something like that. So I've got some young players, some older players, some players in their prime. You know, a bit of a mix. Obviously, right back is a position that we also need strengthening. So is centre back. Like, there's just all across the board we could add, improvement to our squad. But at the end of the day, it's just not realistic because we have 180 mil in the bank, which obviously it's a good amount, but I'm not sure if we're going to get a great deal of transfers done with that amount. So what I've done is I've shortlisted Harrison because obviously I don't want Jack Harrison in my team. His contract's expiring in 12 months. I can try and give him an extension to see if I can get a few more £1 million for him, because obviously if you've got 12 months on your contract, you're probably going to get less than what you're worth. And then if he's got 5 years, he's going to get maybe 14, 15 mil than what. So I offer him a 4-year contract. Oh, well, it doesn't really matter. As long as he's not on his last year, that shouldn't be too bad. I'll just give him the wage he asked for. I don't really care. Sure, 110k a week. I wish I was paid that much. That'd be pretty good. Harrison is transfer listed, of course. In terms of other players to sell, Llorente's gone. We did sell him to Real Sociedad. Obviously, he's technically still here. Rodrigo's contract expiring in 12 months. We can worry about expiring contracts for players that we're going to keep a little bit later. So we're going to simulate one day, and then we should be able to see Llorente leave, and we should get the money from his sale. Because I think he went for a bit over 10 mil. I'm not too sure. Bacon departs. What are we, a deli? Who is Bacon? I don't even know my own players. Bacon went to Portsmouth. You'll remember I don't remember, but thanks, bro. Llorente's left. I don't remember how much it was for. We just had 180 mil, so now we have 194. So it was like 10 15k mil. Sorry. I've like transfer listed and untransfer listed Harrison a bunch of times, so we've just got a back and forth conversation of like, hey boss, why are you selling me? Hey boss, thanks for changing your mind about selling me. It's just back and forth. It's very annoying. So I'm just going to look through my scouting report, see if there's anyone else I could potentially bring in. I'm not really looking at a centre mid as much. This guy Benacer looks really good. Anyway, if we have money left over, then we might splash on a centre mid. But James Ward-Prowse had an improved end to last season, so he's obviously staying in the starting XI. So our midfield of Olmo, Valverde and Ward-Prowse looks pretty sound. Obviously, I don't want to change Daniel Marlin. I like Melier, Romero and Firpo. And obviously, Henriks and Koch are good. They'd be good players to have on the bench. Really, really good. But I think if we're going to mount a title charge, I think them two and maybe even both wing positions could do with changing. First thing I know I want to do, though, just before we just, do anything and make any decisions, literally about anything, let's get Lucas Fabianski. He's got 12 months remaining on his contract. He's still 80 overall, but he's almost 40, so he's not going to cost anything more than like 4 or 5 mil, I'd assume. So let's just offer 2.7 mil, try and hardball to start with. And they've taken that, so you know what? I'm a genius at the end of the day. Fabianski's a very good goalkeeper. I doubt we'll even use him this season because Ilon Melier is just so good and he's our captain. So, it's not like we're just going to get him out of the squad. But he only wants rotation, Lucas Fabianski, so that is very helpful. Get him on a 2-year deal as well. That's what we want. I think he's going to want... Okay, so like I was just about to say, he wants pretty much the same he's on at at West Ham. so We've got Lucas Fabianski in the squad. Nice and easy signing. Obviously, I'm not fussing over it too much because he's just going to be a squad player, really. Takes a number 13 shirt. I think that's fair enough. Take the number 13 shirt. Again, I don't really have anyone that I want to sell as such. Still got 190 mil in the squad. Actually, in terms of board objectives, brand exposure is high. So one player of a different nationality from the one of the club. So we've done that, of course, by just signing the Polish goalkeeper, Lucas Fabianski. They want us to sign 4 youth academy players. Just to help my rating, I might actually just do that, and then I'll just loan them out or something, because it's really no big deal. It doesn't say anything about using them or anything like that. So I'll just set them up I'll set them up in Australia. I doubt you'll find anything promising over there. 9 months only costs me 60 grand, so the scout might come back with a baby and 4 players. Who knows? So that's a bit controversial. Anyway, four youth academy players, and they all have to be goalkeeper, defender, midfielder, forward. So a bit of a weird objective, because I could just come and bring back absolute bums. So everyone in the report I get, I'm just gonna chuck in my youth academy, and then I'll sign up the ones that are positioned accordingly. So in terms of other signings, I think I will wait a little bit until we sell Jack Harrison, because then I can sort of get a gauge of when and where I can sort of upgrade positions. Or do I really need to wait to do that to upgrade at right back, for example, or centre back? I think I do. I think I want to wait until I know where I'm at financially after the sale of Jack Harrison. So a couple of weeks into the future, Tyler Roberts has been sold. He went to Burnley for $7.5 million. I actually was trying to sell him for more, but they wouldn't. I don't know why this is a thing, but I put 7.5 million plus £1 single pound, and they rejected it. So there seems to be a little bug where they're set on one price and they won't literally move a penny over, which is kind of weird. But anyway, we sold him, so I don't really care. Jack Harrison, we've got a transfer offer for him from Juventus, 65 mil. Decent, but I think we can get more. So it says we can get up to about 5 shy of 100 milli. So if we can get anywhere near that, that's close to Rafinha's price. That would be crazy. Let's just up that straight away to why don't we just go 90? Let them know we're not here to... Oh my god. They're staying at 65, really? Oh no! No! Oh, they'll take 65 with a 2% sell-on clause, because that's so much better. What is this? Okay, they'll take 74. That's really not that good. 74 mil. I mean, I wouldn't buy him for 74 mil, but in saying that, it said I felt like we could have got a bit more for him. Well, clearly we couldn't. 74 mil was the highest we could get him for. So we'll sim a couple days. Hopefully it doesn't break down or anything stupid like that, which we know FIFA can sometimes do. But it shouldn't break down. We should get the cash from the Harrison sale. We have the Community Shield against Liverpool in a day. He is gone. 74 mil. We get just shy of 70 mil in the bank. That's good. Okay, we'll take that. I've put all these guys up for sale or something. I don't really care about what they have to say. I don't even know who you are, mate. We've got 260 mil to work with. Let's sort of even this out a bit, because if we're going to be signing star players, we need about just shy of 500k on the wage budget. So now we can sort of work out where we need to strengthen most importantly. And most importantly, I want a player out on the wing. Potentially 2, but we'll set our eyes on 1 to start with. I've got a couple people listed. I've got 4 players that I'm sort of looking at. They're all decent, but they're not super duper over the top good. Now, it all depends on sort of which direction I go in here. Because if I end up getting another person to play on the right wing along with a left winger, then one of those players has to be decent, and the other has to be a star. A star player. So if we look at wingers, are there any, star players here? I mean, I guess you could say Torres is, Ousmane Dembele is, but I don't want someone that's injury prone. Pulisic would be sick. He's 85 rated. He would cost 100 million easy. What about... Kostic is 84. We've got an 85 rated Leon Bailey here, who I wouldn't actually mind. We're probably looking at almost our entire budget on two wingers. Hence why I kind of want one, and then one that's like decent but not over the top decent, if you know what I'm saying. So we've got Leon Bailey here. He would probably cost around the 80 mil because the CPU don't really take no for an answer or whatever. As for left wing, I mean, we could bring someone like Eden Hazard in. You know, revise? Oh my God. I'm not sure what I'm saying. Oh, he's injury prone. I'm not bringing him in. Someone like Kostic could work, but he's too much like Jack Harrison. So I'm not really keen on him, Hazard, or Asensio. I'd probably go for Carrasco. He would be my preferred choice. He's just a well-rounded winger. He's very quick, which is good. Again, Kostic, just... I don't like having a left-footed player play left wing. It doesn't make sense in my system. I've got enough Spanish players in the team, so I don't really need to go for Asensio. Plus, he'd be bloody expensive, and I'd rather have Bailey as a right winger. And Hazard's injury-prone. So Carrasco is really the only option from there. He would probably cost around... I'd estimate around 40 to 50 million. And then Bailey would be around 80. So I think priority number one would be Bailey. I do want him in the team. I do want Leon Bailey. The Jamaican man could come in. I used him in FIFA 20 in my Bayern second team RTG career mode. That was a blast. Let's start the offer at 50 mil. Again, sometimes we start at a low price and they accept. So they've gone to 74 million. So this would be pretty much a straight swap for Harrison. But if we turn that to 61 million pounds, what would they say to that? They'd accept it. Okay, so we've made about a 13 million pound deficit on the price of Harrison versus the price of Bailey, if that makes any sense. So we're in this restaurant scene. Jolly good. He wants a crucial first team role. So after this, we'll be left with about 200 mil. That's really good. I'll give him 5. I don't think we'll be here for anywhere near 4 more years. This might be the second last year or something like that. So thank God he's asked. He's willing to take a pay cut coming to the Premier League. Don't know how realistic that is. I'll give him 500k and I'll just give him 95k as a wage, and he'll take it. Leon Bailey, just like that, in the team for about 60 mil. Again, that should be about, 199. So about 200 mil left in the bank. Reece James, I keep calling him Reece James. Daniel James comes onto the bench for Poveda, and then straight away Leon Bailey into the starting 11. He makes us much better. 85 rated isn't a star winger as such, but I feel like we definitely needed him on that right-hand side. Number 7 could work. Does Leon Bailey feel like a number 7? If we bring in Carrasco, he would be like a number 11. Bailey just doesn't strike me as a guy that should have a low number like that. 22 is available. 24 is also available. Let's have a look at 22. I think that suits Bailey much better than like 7 or 11 or anything like that. But we've got Leon Bailey in the team. I'm very, very happy about that. Bailey and Marlon as a duo up top. Carrasco. Can we do better than that? Let's look at our budget. 200 mil. Say we splash 100 mil on a left winger. That leaves us with 100 mil left over. We could easily get a decent right back with that money, or maybe a decent centre back. I may have to sell someone though. If we're going to do business like that, I may have to sell someone. The problem is I just don't know who to sell. Like, our priority is a left winger though. I'm not having Dan James in my starting XI. I won't do it. So here's what I'm thinking. Carrasco, I don't think he's going to be quite what we need. Bailey is obviously a very, very good player to have on the right wing, but he's not at that level where we can just have the other wing like with a very, very good player, but not a world-class player. So I don't think I will go for Carrasco. I've shortlisted Marcus Rashford because in attack, I don't see a point in having all foreign players in an English team. Obviously, Rashford's one of the best English players in the world, still only 25, but he'll be our whole bank balance. So there is absolutely no point in going for him when we still need more strength at centre-back and right-back. So in saying what I've just said, I think next season we can keep tabs on players like maybe Rashford and Sancho, for example. and we can go in for a centre-back now. And obviously a right-back too, potentially. Kyle Walker's 33, but he's cheap, £25 million. He's 85 rated still. Obviously, he's not going to be slow. There you go. So his pace would be about 91, 92, which is ridiculous. Obviously, as for another right back, I mean, I don't have any other shortlisted. So Walker's the guy I want at right back. And then as for a centre back, I've shortlisted guys like David Alaba and Stefan de Vrij. But if Walker's only going to cost 25 mil, we have over 100 mil to play with to get a centre back. So if I get Walker now, I can splash pretty much the remainder of my budget on a centre back. So then we can just use Dan James out on the left. I know I want to go for a title charge, but if this year's not our year, this year's not our year. I don't think the board will be expecting us to win the title. I don't think anyone will be. I reckon we just need to get top 4. If we can get top 4 again, maybe just get second place again, I think we'd be sound. And I just want to see how we do in the Champions League, to be honest. So we'll just offer, again, we'll hardball a little bit. Start with a lower offer, 22 mil, 24.5. I'll just pay that. It's 2.5 mil more. Again, we're going to have money to spend on a centre-back, so that is totally fine. Kyle Walker is going to come over to Leeds United. Do we have any English players in our... I think our entire starting XI is actually foreign players. That is crazy. He's going to want crucial, yeah. Our entire starting XI are foreign players. What does he actually want in terms of contract? 2 years. So he'll take a 3-year deal. Worst case scenario, he regresses by like 4 overall, and then we just sell him and buy a better player next year. But next year, I want to go all in on that left winger. And that will be the final step. I'll offer him 120k. He'll probably take that. Yep, he's taking it. Sure, I don't really care about money. It's not too much of an issue. I don't think we actually have a backup winger. I don't want to use Poveda. So if we bring in a centre-back, we can then just bring in, you know, for a bit of depth's sake, we can just bring in a player to bring off the bench onto the wings. And I guess we can look in here. Neto is a free agent. I think he just signed for Bournemouth in real life. I don't actually know, though. That's pretty bad. Damn, we've got a bunch of free agents here. We've got Sergio Ramos. Damn, that's mad. Anyway, what were we looking at? Backup winger. So we'll look at... potentially wingers here. Rafinha, I miss him. We've got Eden Hazard here. Christian Pavon could be very good. I might shortlist him. He's pretty much the only guy I liked there. And then Lucas Moura would be very decent, of course. I may shortlist him. Carrasco is a bit too good. Marco Reus is a free agent as well. Man, there are some banging players on the free agents list. There really, really are. Rodri Corona, bit of a controversial name. There we go. I'm pretty much set on going for Christian Pavon as a backup winger. It says he can play left wing and he's left footed, so obviously that means he can play on the right in my system as well. So Pavon as a backup winger would be great. He can rotate, maybe even take the starting spot off James, but I highly doubt that. I do want to sort out numbers as well. Potentially give Dan James a new number. Also, we just signed Walker, and I do not want him having the number 6. So we'll give him the number 2. Ayling, unfortunately, has to sacrifice that number. I do want to keep Luke Ayling. He's a very, very valuable player to have in the squad. 25 should be fine. 24 is more typical for a right back, but I think 25 suits Luke Ayling more. That might annoy some people. It really might. Dan James, do I give him the number 11 shirt? I think Pavon would suit 11 more, but Dan James is starting, so I'm going to give him the number 11 shirt just for this season. So, should be a lot of weight on his shoulders, but I think he will perform. So in terms of that team, that's obviously looking very good. I think just for my OCD, he will only take him 2 weeks to go from one to another. We will make Dan James a left wing as his default position. So let's go and quickly just chuck him on that development plan now. Where is it? Left wing here. Like last year, he was great. I think he was second in assists in the Premier League assist charts, which is crazy. He just needs to work on his end product, his finishing. So hopefully, if he can do that, he might grow up to like 85, 86 overall, Bailey up to an 88, 89, and we might not even need someone like Rashford next season. But we will obviously have that sort of as the plan. Walker really strengthens that back line. That's really, really good. So in terms of a centre-back now, obviously I've listed a backup winger, which is Pavon, which we can go for. I will remove Carrasco. I'll keep Tielemans there because I might get him if we get 300 mil to work with or something crazy next season. I just don't think it's going to happen. Alaba, not really interested. Gabriel, I just don't think he's quite at that level. I'm looking to spend about 70 to 80 million on a defender, and I don't think he's it's not that I want to spend a lot. It's that I want to spend a lot on a guy, and they're going to have to be worth that much if they're going to be good. So there doesn't seem to be any centre-backs I'm really interested in here. Koulibaly. Not quite. I'm setting my expectations very, very high. Oh, Harry Maguire. No, I'm not going for Harry Maguire. Jesus Christ. Do we go for Aymeric Laporte? He could be a banging signing. Left-footed centre-back. I love that. 12 months remaining on his contract. Ooh, Aymeric Laporte. I'm pretty keen to go for him. Premier League experience, of course. So I am going to go in for Laporte. I do want him. There's no point in trying to do a swap. I'm just going to offer straight up £70 million to Pep. Let's see what he says. And he's actually accepted it. He's accepted 70 mil. That is awesome. So now we can try and negotiate. I should have bumped it down one more to 69 million, but we live to fight another day. In terms of a contract, he's obviously going to be on Crucial. That doesn't need to be disputed. He might be the first player to hit 90 overall, although Valverde and Olmo are one behind him and they're much younger. Yeah, we'll take a 3-year deal. Why not? Let's just get his wage in. Thank you, Aymeric, for offering your preferred contract. 176k a week, 500k signing bonus. He wants 1.1 mil. It doesn't matter. I've got the flexibility to give him that. So obviously, he's in the squad now. That is so good. Let's adjust the wage budget a little bit because I think it's taking it below 100k. That's unacceptable. So we'll take it back to 180. And look at that, 99 mils still left over in the bank. This is a very, very interesting situation we find ourselves in, ladies and gentlemen. So Koch will go to the bench, but this is where I'm really stuck because obviously where drama is now, we're going to have a backup winger. Dallas can still stay on the bench. Rodrigo can still stay on the bench because these are all players we sort of need. Shackleton is probably the sacrificial lamb, or I should say the sacrificial lamb. I'm so funny. So Shackleton gets dropped, unfortunately, so poor guy. I am going to bring the much improved Aymeric Laporte into the squad and into the starting XI. Look at his stats. Man, he is going to be huge. Him and Romero. Oh, that is a partnership. Then we've got Firpo on one side and Walker on the other. That is insane. We are going to kill it this season. So as for a number for Laporte, I think number 14 is not really where I want to go with him. 6 doesn't really look great either. Koch can keep the number 5. That's totally fine. 14 for Laporte. 16. What do we think of 18? Does that look alright? I think 18 looks fine. I want Laporte to have 18. Oh, that is a team. The team is coming together, and we have 99 million to play with. So this is really tricky where I go with this now, because if I want to go for someone like Rashford, who is at the bar of quality that I am looking for to add to my team, he's going to cost more than 99 million pounds, and I don't have anyone that I want to sell. Plus, I need to bring in Pavon. So there's no point. I'll just leave that money there and then add that onto next season's transfer budget. So then we can go all out for a winger and maybe even another centre mid if Ward-Prowse doesn't get quite to that level we need him to be. But for now, I think we just go in for Pavon, and then we I don't want to play the Community Shield. Actually, he has a release clause. Nah, we can get him for cheaper. I don't want to play the Community Shield. Literally no one cares about the Community Shield, so I just don't want to waste my time playing it. We'll offer 21 mil. Again, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. They want Henriks. Good for you. I don't want to sell him. 21.8 mil. They've taken it. Sick. All right. I'm going to negotiate his contract, and we're going to get Christian Pavon into the team. Jarama free. That's what we love. Okay, rotation hopefully accepts. He wants important. He's going to be battling it out with Dan James. He will get a good amount of game time, so I think that's fine. As for a wage, I'm going to up it a lot. We'll go £65,000 per week. 180k signing bonus, just so he doesn't storm out. Okay, so he does want a bit more, but he hasn't stormed out, so that's fine. 74k a week. Fine by me, mate. Welcome to the team, Christian Pavon. Very excited to use him. As I said, I'm very excited to use him. So he's going to be our main backup winger for the left and the right side. So let's sort out this bench a little bit. So players that I'm actually going to use, I don't really see myself using Somerville, but he's in there just in case. I don't know. I don't know why he's here. So Gelhart, Paveda, Bogish, and Strauch are all players, all originals of this Leeds United career mode that we could potentially use at some point. Helder Costa, I will also classify as a player I might use. I mean, there's no point. I mean, I've tried to sell him. It won't work, so there's no real point trying to hold on to him. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just messing up my words now. We'll put Fabianski there because we might use him at some point. Everyone else I just don't see myself using. I've tried to sell them, but transfer talks just break down. It's been an issue literally for like a decade, and it's still not been fixed, which is just unbelievable and not really surprising. So, yeah. As for our striker, I am considering taking the number 9 shirt off Bamford. Pavon does not need 14. That just looks disgusting. We'll give him... What, 29? 29 seems a bit harsh. 32? Does 32 look alright? What about 24? Try 24. That might look a bit better. Yeah, that does look a lot better. 24 for Christian Pavon. I want to give Valverde a new number, actually, because 26 is a bit harsh. Actually, how does 20 look on him? 20 looks mint. We'll go with 24. Valverde. Now, again, I think Marlon deserves our number 9 shirt, so I'm going to give him our number 9 shirt, which makes Bamford number 6, and Bamford does not need number 6. I'll make him the number 18 or 19, 17 actually. You can just swap shirts with Marlon, and plus Laporte and Rodrigo already have 18 and 19. So we'll give 17 to Bamford. Yeah, I think that's totally fine. Dallas is retiring at the end of the season, you say? At 32. Okay. So maybe next season we will have to put Ward-Prowse on the bench and bring in a new centre midfielder. So our team looks great. Our squad is really coming together. Does the game class us as a 5-star team yet? It looks like they should, really. The team is incredible. Let's have a look. Coventry are in the... Oh, wait, no, I'm looking at the Championship. Never mind. I was going to say Coventry are in the Prem. Yes, we're a 5-star team. We are a 5-star team. And it is Dan James lagging our attack a bit behind. But it is what it is. Next season, star left winger, star centre mid, I think we'll be right. But this season, we're going to do a lot of, highlight forms. Again, I hope you guys don't mind with all that. I would appreciate it. Some feedback on it, but I don't really get any, so I can't really change it for those who want it changed. See, Rashford's being misused out at United. I'm sure he's not even doing anything out on that right-hand side. He probably won, second Golden Boot last season anyway. So in terms of teams in the Prem, it seems to just be the same old FIFA, just teams yo-yoing. I think this is pretty much the Prem in 21-22. Are there any differences? Yeah, Sheffield United weren't there. And that's it. Jeez Louise. Teams do... Okay, you know what? I'm not going to get started. I'm not going to get started. That team is disgusting. Holy cow. So, to update you, I did end up changing a couple of shirt numbers. I gave Valverde number 6 in the end. I just think he deserves a bit more of a respectable number than like 20 or 26. No hate on 20 or 26, but if we take 20 away from 26, then we're left with 6, so we'll give him the number 6. How smooth was that? Obviously, the rest pretty much stay the same. I did put Dan James back to number 20. I don't think 11 is quite suited for him. As for Strauch, in case we bring someone in eventually that gets the number 21, I just want that to be free. So I'm just going to give him the number 27. It's not that important, but yeah, I'll quickly let you guys know on that. Apart from that, everything looks pretty much swell. The only thing that annoys me is... Oh, actually, I need to put Bailey on a development plan for right wing. I'm not very OCD with, like, the position, the multiple positions that people have. I just want them to be the right position at the right time, like, as a default. Obviously, he's a right winger, so we'll give him the number for a right winger. I feel like I should give Bailey number 11. I feel like that's what I'm missing here. I should be giving Bailey a proper number. I think that looks fine. Leon Bailey number 11. I'll give him that. So I'm very, very much looking forward to having Leon Bailey in the team. I think he's really going to strengthen our attack. I'll just make all these offers blocked for top players. It's just no need. How much is Valverde worth now? 108 mil. Very nice. Koch's contract is running down, so I will quickly renew that. 85k, 3 years rotation. Yeah, Robbo's just working his magic as per usual. Melier is the captain, 23 years of age, and he's our captain. He's not happy with his contract. Mate, if you're not happy with your contract, I'm giving you a new contract. You are a freaking legend of this club already. So I'll offer you 70. He takes important 2-year extensions. That should put him on a 5-year contract for Melier. De Bock, I don't care. Helder Costa, I'll add him to the transfer list. I was rambling on about using him, not using him before. I just didn't know what I was saying. Paveda's contract, I'll quickly extend. I'm not really going to use him much, I don't think. But, there you go. 2 years, sporadic, thanks for coming. Shackleton is a valuable player to have in the squad. So I'll bum it down. Prospect for 2 years, that's insanely good. Gelhardt obviously had a great first year for us. Prospect 2 years. Anyone else? Yeah, Rodrigo and Stuart Dallas. Obviously, Dallas we can't renew, but Rodrigo we certainly can. And we will... Oh, okay. He's taken 0 year. The first player to do so. So we will quickly go in and add at least a year onto that because he will be a very, very valuable player. 80 overall and sporadic. That is awesome. Because the lower the squad roll, obviously, the less unhappy they get with game time. They've actually done that right this year. So I'll just offer him 75 grand. Hopefully he takes that. He wants 50k as well. Yeah, whatever. Give him that. Rodrigo is on a 1-year extension. So apart from that, all these guys should just go at the end of their contracts, which I don't really care about. So there you go. There's how the team is looking. I'm very, very excited for the upcoming season. There's not really much more to address. Let's just get stuck into the Community Shield where we will simulate it. Of course, as I said, I don't want to play the game. I'm sorry, but I just don't. I want to get the season started, so I will simulate it. Simulate it. We're in the Community Shield against last year's Premier League champions. Obviously, we not only finished second, but we won the FA Cup as well. So, in terms of players getting their debut, I actually want... This is so OCD of me, but I want to have myself play their debuts. So, I'm actually just going to take all the new boys out of the team. That includes Laporte and Walker. So, we'll bring Koch in, and then we'll bring in Shackleton here and Henriks here. So that is mad OCD of me, but I want to play their debuts, and I don't want to play the Community Shield. So we'll just quick sim it, to be honest, because this episode has gone on for very long. And we lost on pens. That's respectable. We had Liverpool, pretty much last year's squad against Liverpool. So yeah, it is what it is. And it was Valverde that missed the decisive penalty, last year's player of the season. Marlon scored, and Ward-Prowse scored for us. and Salah and Oxlade-Chamberlain scored for them. So we lost the Community Shield on penalties. It is what it is, but that's not really important. We will head into the Premier League season in the next episode. We've got some transfer offer for McCalmont. Obviously, I'm going to accept it, but they don't go through for these guys. They just don't. I do want to thank you very much for watching the video, though. It's been good fun signing a bunch of players. I love the transfer window in a career mode. I really, really do. So it's been, as I said, really, really good fun just signing a bunch of players. Upgrading the back line insanely. You know, obviously Laporte and Walker. Actually, I will check the monthly scouting report and just sign everyone. All the Aussies. Anyway, point being, yeah, enjoyed signing players. Look at that team. Oh, that is so good. Not long till we have a 90 overall player. Probably Olmo, Valverde, and potentially Laporte may hit that this season. And then next season, get that final upgrade on the left wing and maybe even left centre mid. We'll be contenders. I mean, we could be contenders this season. You know, we're not that far off contending for the Premier League title, but I don't really see it happening. I don't see it contending for Champions League either, but we'll give it our best shot. McCalmont actually went. Actually, I do want to check again one more thing. I know I've tried to do this outro a billion times. What is our continental? They want us to reach the Champions League final. Thank God that's a low priority because I doubt that's going to happen. They want us to go back-to-back in the FA Cup and they want us to get top 4 in the Prem like I predicted. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.